Kendrick Lamar has been brought up for the Grammys that he's won. In a recent podcast with the Third Verse, they actually sat down, Justin and Stat Quo, shout out to them. Make sure y'all go check them out. They had this topic, or this conversation was brought up about Kendrick Lamar winning his Grammys and how the Grammys itself has been making up for it because of him getting snubbed when it came to Good Kid, Mad City, when they gave it to Macklemore over him for The Heist. Which is an interesting conversation to bring up also because as of recently, Macklemore had made headlines for a song that was on The Heist. It was reported that Macklemore has the most streamed hip-hop song on Spotify that surprised fans. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis' Can't Hold Us becomes the most streamed hip-hop song of all time, and nobody saw it coming. Can't Hold Us being on The Heist, that same album that snubbed Kendrick Lamar, and then this conversation getting brought up is pretty interesting. And this is when Stat Quo talks about it and says that the Grammys have been trying to make up for this mistake for years, and Justin weighing into it too, implying that ever since this mistake, they've been reaching out to individuals such as Justin to help them with these decisions. Give us more of an inside look about this scenario, but it's also what Stat Quo weighs in on. He knows that the Grammys are trying to make up for their mistake, and he says that he would like to see other people win awards besides Kendrick Lamar. Even though he roots for Kendrick Lamar, Stat Quo would like to see other people win a Grammy.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. We should just give him a Grammy right now. The Grammy spent years trying to make up for that mistake. They knew that was wrong. So that was completely like, I mean, I think that's one of the times where I guess the culture was like, hey, Grammys, we about to get you the fuck up out of here. Like, we about to get you the fuck. We couldn't believe it.
Kendrick got robbed. Y'all tell me if Kendrick got robbed. Are you listening to Good Kid, Mad City, or are you listening to The Heist? It's without a doubt that Good Kid, Mad City should have won that award. Everybody knows that, but y'all tell me.
And then all the stuff that went on behind the scenes that y'all don't be seeing with like what you have to go about to get a Grammy. You know, Topping Out and the label did everything they were supposed to do in that situation. Like they didn't drop the ball at all. That was just some bullshit, and they knew it was, and that's why Kendrick has won a Grammy every year, even if he fucking
not even dropping nothing.
No, I think that's the problem with what Stat Quo said. I do agree that the Grammys made a mistake choosing Macklemore over Kendrick Lamar. Even Macklemore had came out and said that he didn't agree with what they said, despite it looking crazy. But Kendrick just didn't win an award because they felt like they made a mistake. It's also because of the effort that he put in. Also, I could see why people were taking this the wrong way. I know the Grammys making a mistake probably made them feel ugly, but even when Kendrick was winning these awards, at the end of the day, it's also because of the talent that he puts in, the effort that he puts in, the skill that it takes to get to where he was at, to get those awards.
He gets a Grammy for eating breakfast because they fucked up. So they're trying to, but you can't fix them. You can't fix it because history is history. You know what I'm saying? And when we look back at that year that they came out, look how long it took Nas to get a Grammy, dog.
I can definitely confirm that the Grammys knew they messed up, because after that, there was a concerted effort by the hip hop, the R&B and rap and R&B committees for outreach to new voices, to extend opportunities to new people to become a part of the academy and to join these conversations, which is how I got there. And but so when it came around with the pitch, it was like, yeah, we just need to get people that are experts in here. We need to get more active and really find voices that are connected to what's actually happening in the culture.
And that is some crazy insight coming from Justin to confirm that they knew they made a mistake. They needed more insight from other people. So they went and reached out to Justin Hunt and asked for his advice, asked for his help, and probably other people of the culture. That is huge. The Grammys knew they messed up.
Because of this, because of what happened with the heist. And, you know, one point that I always agree with Drake on this. Drake was someone who was pretty cynical after Macklemore showed the text message, I guess he sent to Kendrick. Hold on, I gotta pull this up.
Hey, yo, if somebody say, we're not downplaying his art. I'm not downplaying Kendrick.
No, we're not. No, he's amazing.
Of course I want him to win every Grammy. Y'all know, I mean, I think it should be known now where my alliances stand.
I don't think that Stat Quo was trying to speak negative of Kendrick Lamar. But when you say that Kendrick won these awards because the people presenting them felt bad, it sounds like you're undermining his work. But if Justin is saying that they reached out to us because they knew they made a mistake, and if they're observing a lot more talent carefully, then it goes to show that they're thinking twice when they're trying to make a decision for the Grammy. I don't think they're just giving it to Kendrick Lamar just to give it to him. I think they're doing it because they actually think that the music is good.
But anyway, of course I want him to win. That still don't take away from the fact that these motherfuckers been trying to make up for it the last goddamn so many years, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
So reportedly, this is the text that Macklemore sent to Kendrick after Macklemore ended up taking home Best Rap Album, right? And I think Macklemore shared this, right? So it says, you got robbed. I wanted you to win. You should have. It's weird and sucks that I robbed you. I was going to say that during the speech. Then the music started playing during my speech and I froze. Anyway, you know what it is. Congrats on this year and your music. Appreciate you as an artist and as a friend. Much love, right? So that's what Macklemore had to say. And I agree with Drake on this. Macklemore's like, you sent out apologies? You sent out an apology to Kendrick? Nah, we all need apologies. We all need apologies now. I need one. Kanye needs one. Like, there's a lot of albums that Macklemore's wasn't considered to be as impactful. Now, where it was amazing was...
In other words, there could have been other albums that could have been nominated that year. And the fact that Macklemore was just there to begin with shouldn't even have been a thing. And I still think that it's crazy that he has the most streamed song on Spotify. I don't even know how that happens. But the Grammys is not about streams. It was about the music. And Kendrick makes the better music. Kendrick makes the better album. You could have an artist make hit after hit after hit, but can they make a great album that you could listen to front to back to front? Now, this is when the conversation takes an interesting turn, because then this is where Stackquo says that he would like to see other artists win a Grammy besides Kendrick Lamar. And the example that he brings up is Travis Scott's Astroworld that was nominated for a Grammy in 2019. But there's a problem with this statement right here.
But I'm not going to act like Kendrick the only person that has put out great music. And sometimes the stuff that he's put out, some people have put out something better. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Astroworld did not win a Grammy. Astroworld did not win a Grammy. That is disgusting.
That's crazy.
How did Astroworld not win a Grammy? Regardless of how y'all feel, don't listen to that album. All them rap awards, that nigga couldn't get one. I'm not mad at Dot getting the awards.
And this is the problem with Stackquo's statement about Astroworld and that nomination. At the 61st Annual Grammy Awards in 2019, Cardi B won Best Rap Album for Invasion of Privacy, making history as the first solo female artist to win the category. The nominees were Cardi B, Mac Miller, Swimming, R.I.P., Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, R.I.P., Pusha T, Daytona, Travis Scott, Astroworld. So when he's comparing the situation with Dot and the Grammys giving him awards just because they want him to win, and he would rather see Astroworld win, Travis Scott winning this award instead, the problem is that Kendrick wasn't even nominated for an award at this time. It was Cardi B. So no, Kendrick did not snub Travis Scott from Astroworld. He did not snub him out of a Grammy. And I know Stackquo is trying to just imply that he would like to see other people win awards. But at the same time, when you're giving the statement, you're kind of discrediting the situation with Kendrick Lamar, especially when you bring up an example that he wasn't even a participant in.
And then when somebody makes some shit like Astroworld, let my dog get one. Dog, how long did it take Tyler to get one of the motherfuckers? So he would argue with y'all. So while y'all sitting over here talking about I'm downplaying, he would say that these niggas need to win.
I don't think it's a problem if other people had won the award besides Kendrick Lamar. I also don't think that Kendrick would be bitter if somebody else won the award over him. Just like when the Clips got nominated for a Grammy for their last album, it was in competition with GNX. GNX had won Rap Album of the Year, but nobody was going to get upset if the Clips won it instead. Nobody would have been upset at that. And at the end of the day, they still walked away with a Grammy. I don't think it's an issue if somebody else won besides Kendrick. I don't think that's the problem here. And to be honest, I think the other reason why he gets elected is because he drops great projects, great albums, and they come out like 5 years apart from each other. It's not like he's in the Grammys every single year. He barely even puts out any music. So how is he snubbing anybody? People got 5 years to get a Grammy before he participates again. He wins an award for GNX. When's the next time he's going to win Rap Album of the Year again? Nobody knows. When is he going to drop another album? Who has a clue? There's so many years. There's like a big gap of people that could win an award before he participates again.
I'm not saying my guy shouldn't win Grammys. I'm saying the community at large that's doing good work should also be acknowledged along with him.
And I think they do. The Clips winning an award right next to Kendrick Lamar, I thought that was fair. I thought that was recognition. Seeing Pharrell, the Clips on there winning right beside Kendrick Lamar, Chains and Whips, where Kendrick Lamar is featured on.
So y'all, he would probably be uncomfortable sitting in the room. He got 15 Grammys, knowing Travis Scott did Astroworld. He took all the Grammys and Travis ain't got one.
See, that's the problem. It wasn't Kendrick Lamar that snubbed Travis Scott. It was Cardi B that won that award. And Invasion of Privacy was crazy. Personally, at this time, I was listening to Mac Miller Swimming. I thought that should have won the award at this time. Maybe Victory Lap 2. So again, people are clipping this because they're trying to spin a narrative. We know that Stackquo is cool with TDE. He already had Top Dog on the phone previously. He has a relationship with Kendrick Lamar. But people are on the internet trying to spin this like Stackquo was trying to make Kendrick look bad, trying to make him look like a certain way, saying that the Grammys only give him awards because they feel bad and not because of the talent. But Kendrick is not snubbing anybody. He puts an album out every 5 years. So people have to be winning the award between that time. And he didn't snub Travis Scott. He didn't snub Astroworld. So that wasn't the best example to give when you were talking about this topic. But even if the Grammys had felt bad, that doesn't take away from the effort that Kendrick put into the next album to make sure that he didn't get snubbed, to make sure that he didn't get robbed. Kendrick wins his awards, but that doesn't mean that other people can't. And it's not like he puts out an album every year. So it's not like he's snubbing people every single time. But I did find it interesting that Justin was able to tell us that the Grammys did feel bad. They did make a mistake. They owned up to it and reached out to other people to give them an insight, to help them and learn from their mistakes. But I don't think they're just throwing awards at Kendrick Lamar every single year because of one mistake that they did decades ago. You would think if that was the case, they would have cleared their conscience a long time ago and not keep giving him awards. I think the only reason why he receives the awards is because of the talent that comes with it. the talent that you hear on the albums. But I know Stat Quo didn't mean any harm when he said this. I know he's just having a conversation on this live with Justin. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Third Verse podcast. But I know that Stat Quo was cool with Kendrick. He's been affiliated with his team, with people of his team. But I know that's not going to stop other people from trying to spin a narrative off of this situation. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Y'all let me know how you feel in the comment section. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel, and all that, man. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Keep it a legend.